Welcome back. Let's continue with business ethics now, and I want to talk a little bit about Chapter 4, and that is the corporate social responsibility. We think about ethics and we think about corporate, well, when you hear social responsibility, you know based on prior undergraduate and maybe graduate business programs that in a lot of cases you'll see where companies, you see Starbucks, you see Nike, even because of the scandal with Nike many years ago. Many companies, they have policies in place stating a value, which is their responsibility to the community, their commitment to the community, their commitment to the environment, their commitment to the customers. Corporate social responsibility, these are the actions of the organization. These actions are targeted towards the achievement of a social benefit over and above maximizing profits for its shareholders and meeting any type of legal obligations. So ethics and something ethical and something legal, these are two different things. You can follow the law but consider to be totally unethical. And you can be unethical, you can be ethical, and maybe you're breaking the law. So when you think about corporate social responsibility, this is something that the corporation doesn't necessarily have to do, but they do it because it helps the environment. It also says that they are a part of that community and that they want to do well by that community. So they may participate in making sure that they're recycling, or that they're not dumping, which is illegal by the way, dumping waste into the water system. But there are a host of things. They may participate in cleaning up the environment or something like that. Management that's involved with so-called corporate social responsibility, they are people generally where folks would see the corporation with a conscience. So management without a conscience are those that, may not feel like they have any type of approach. But I want you to think about two different approaches. There's an instrumental approach and there's a social contract approach. The instrumental approach is the perspective that the only obligation of a corporation is to maximize the profit of its shareholders, and that is in providing goods and services that meet the needs of their customers. That's an instrumental approach. But a social contract approach is a perspective that a corporation has an obligation to society that is over and above the expectations of maximizing profit for shareholders. You may have heard something about management by objective many years ago. This was a popular management philosophy. There's now management by inclusion. And management by inclusion means that the actions of corporations, they know that their actions impact customers, employees, suppliers, communities, and it can do that in positive and negative ways. Now, all of those that I just named really are stakeholders too. Management by inclusion means that the corporation is going beyond generating profits. And so going beyond generating profit attracts a lot of attention, trust me. Those alcohol manufacturers have a long-term perspective and they spread awareness about drinking responsibly. Because when they talk about drinking responsibly, particularly when they're dealing with folks that are a part of, Mothers Against Drunk Drivers, and there's so many types of organizations where there's been losses and some social impact, or some social organization has risen up because of something tragic or something that's detrimental has happened, and so they want to do something to help the community. They're driving forces behind CSR. That is transparency, knowledge, sustainability, globalization, and failure of the public sector. The driving forces behind CSR, corporations, they choose CSR those that choose CSR, they run the risk of creating adverse results. Employees feel that they are working for an insincere organization. The public sees little more than a token action concerned with publicity rather than community. An organization does not perceive much benefit from CSR, and so they see no need to develop the concept.